Hello. Always a little pause there. Um, it's wonderful to see you. I'm joined by my special guest Belial and Granny Ruth, and it's great to see you. We're going to be watching Basket Case 2. I am doing this a little bit differently because I'm usually on a podcast we usually record it on a Tuesday. It's called All Things Horror, and our next show we're going to be talking about Basket Case 2. So I always try and watch the film again before my next video or next recording with Ben. So as you could see in the intro there, it's all things horror podcast on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find us. And yeah, we're going to watch one of my favorite filmmakers. I think consistently good. I don't think he's made a bad film. He's not made a lot of films, but the ones he has made are absolutely amazing. Practical effects in the films are wonderful. The sense of humor, the craziness, the silliness. And this is where things really get silly. I think we can count Basket Case 2 and 3 together. They were filmed back to back. Very different feel to the first one. This, again, it does star Kevin Van Hentenryck as Wayne. This one has Pete and Pete's mum, Judy Graff, in it. It also has Annie Ross as Granny Ruth, who is a wonderfully bonkers character. So yeah, if you're watching this now or in the future, welcome to all Things Horror Prelude, and welcome to the Pugwall 316 channel. All Things Horror is Ben's podcast over on the YouTube. So if you go over there and subscribe, that would be great. You can listen to it on Spotify and all different types of things. If you type in All Things Horror, you'll find it's got the 2 skulls and 2 microphones. And yeah, but let's get into Basket Case 2. So I've got it up on Amazon Prime. As we know, Amazon Prime, unless you pay extra for something you already pay for, there are adverts. So I've let the adverts run. I'm currently on 7 seconds into the film, just because it kept automatically starting, and then I had to go out, and then I came back into it. But anyway, I do own it. I have it on VHS, but I haven't got it set up on the VHS today. At the beginning of it, we've got the wonderful Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz presents. So Troma must have had a bit of hand in the funding of this, not in the making, I'm sure, but definitely in the funding of this. So yeah, let's get into it. So when you see play, press play, and let's watch Basket Case 2. Boom. Troma team release. Don't let that put you off if you're not a fan of Troma films. This is very different. Probably had something to do with the distribution, I'd imagine. This is Frank Henenlotter's vision. Hey, speaking of people you should go and subscribe to Wigan Cult Film Club. Hopefully see them relatively soon. I never get back to that neck of the woods anymore, but I know that we're both booked in for an event way in the future in October, so hopefully I'll see them in at the Talking Pictures Festival in Hebden Bridge in October, so that'll be good. If anyone else is going along there, come over and say hello. So yeah, we're watching Basket Case 2. I know Tony, who Wigan Cult Film Club, loves his practical effects, loves his loves that kind of style of film. So I'm hoping that you guys all do too. We definitely do, and I know lots of other people who, I don't know whether it's just I don't want to pass this on and just say, oh, this is the same for everyone, but I feel like people of my age, we really appreciate, like in our 40s, we appreciate practical effects, and I feel like it's starting to make a bit of a comeback. And people are kind of seeing it as a new thing. So like films like The Substance and things like that, people want to see goo that doesn't feel like AI goo. Isn't that right, Belial? What do you think? Okay, yeah, I'm not getting any sense out of it. Maybe I'll get some sense out of him later on. It's great to have my guest Belial here, by the way. We've got some great artwork on the screen behind Belial at the moment. Let me just make sure I've got my subtitles on. Yeah. One thing about Amazon Prime, you find it pauses when you go to put subtitles on. So this is written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. Love all his films. I've got quite a few bits of artwork from his films on here as well. even Bad Biology, which is a little bit more mean-spirited, a little bit darker, is still a wild film and worth watching. But if you're looking for good, old-fashioned, fun horror, Frankenhooker, Brain Damage, all of the basket case films are just so much fun. I can think of is whenever I watch them with people, how much fun I have. So yeah. And this one, Granny Ruth, factors up the bonkersness, what a word, into the next level. It's funny, isn't it? Because you think at the end of the first film, there's no way back for this. Granny Ruth definitely got a wig on. The monster may have lived in a large wicker basket that his companion carried for him at all times. Can you imagine reporting that on the news? It's so different in feel to the first one. It's not as grimy and sleazy as the first one. It's a little bit more bright and silly. The first one is kind of got that real ultra low budget feel, but it's just it just shows what people can do with next to nothing. How amazing it was. It's just so different. Just don't. I wouldn't compare the first one to the second and the third. It just takes it very much like if you think like I really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. A lot of people don't, but I prefer it to the first one because it's silly and over the top and bright and bonkers. It's kind of a similar leap, not similar films, but a similar leap. Yeah, so for sure. I'm going to try this. It says show comments on stage. Okay, live comments from viewers will appear on screen during your stream. Okay, so just automatically appear. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I'm doing this in the middle of the day where most people in the US who would watch the channel probably asleep. Most people in the UK are either at work, possibly in the dinner hour. I've just got a weird period of time on a Tuesday afternoon. But obviously, the good thing about YouTube is you can watch this at any time. So, Belial is alive. Dwayne is alive, but we see more of Belial. What an amazing design Belial is. He's in a hospital bed. And Belial, we're going to say, Gah. You've kind of got a step up in actor as well. So rather than just anybody you can get, actors or non-actors, and just get them on screen, we've now got that's what I would say the two main female actors are like actual actors, and the rest are all kind of like, I'm going to do a bit of research, people you might see in soap operas. So if you look at that Cop, he's a perfect example. Oh, and Dwayne has got a bandage around his head, one eye. Only one eye seen. I mean, he looks so much older. Obviously, there's a big gap between the first one and the second one. Looks so much older. It's not his fault. Just like I look older than I did in that, period of time. But obviously, this is supposed to be like very soon after. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not watching this for the realism, are you? Or if you are, you're going to be severely disappointed. So here it is. Here's my VHS of Basket Case 2. Medusa Pictures, it says. It's been rewound. 1990 Medusa Pictures. Which doesn't smell moldy. I think I may have changed the case on this. I think it originally did come in a bit of a moldy thing. This was B. This was B, whatever B means on it. What have we got? This time he's not alone. So they thought, good start. Oh, Belial's kid made his first kill, sliding up the wall. A lot more to Belial in this than the first one, like in terms of the way he looks, more detail. They thought the terror had ended when hideously deformed Belial and his Siamese twin brother plunged from the top story window of their seedy New York hotel, but they were wrong. What an opening line. The monstrous, murderous Belial is back, and this time he's brought along some friends, rescued from hospital by the mysterious Dr. Freak. Oh my word, Dr. Freak. Dr. Freaky. Rick James. Belial and his normal brother have found his normal in quotes brother have found companionship and understanding amongst others. I can't read. of Belial's gruesome kind, but their happy hideaway is threatened by a snooping reporter looking for a sicko scoop. Don't you hate it when happy hideaways are threatened by snooping reporters when they're trying to find a sicko scoop? I hate that. And they make this makes and that makes, oh my word, what's going on with my reading today? That makes Belial and his petrifying pals. There's lots of alliteration here. Very, very angry. Oh dear. The singular mind of horror maestro Frank Henenlotter. Singular mind, doesn't everybody have a singular mind? So the man with 3 brains or whatever it is. Creator of such cult classics as The Original Basket Case and Brain Damage, once again leads you on a dark descent into the world of terror and mayhem. Basket Case 2, Don't You Dare Snicker at the Thing in the Wicker. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad little title. So he's been squished anyway. Oh, sorry, they've squished people already. We're only 8 minutes into the film. It's a perfect 1 hour 29 and some odd seconds of a film. I can't believe I managed to get Belial as a guest. I mean, I don't care what people say, but on YouTube, you're looking for really cool guests to get on your show. I got the actual star of the film sat here watching this with me. It's pretty amazing. Of course, the security guard or police officer on is fast asleep on duty. I need to get that wheel sorted. It's a real squeak on it. Oh, we meet Granny Ruth already. Now, there's a bit in this. I watched this with my friend when we first watched it. And there's a bit in this where Belial's on the roof of a car or like in a wagon. It's maybe later on. It's like an open truck. And it's pretty certain that like they cut just before the model of Belial goes flying off the back of the van because they haven't secured it. So it's quite funny. We were laughing our heads off watching it. So, yeah, Granny Ruth and Pete and Pete's mum is putting Belial and Dwayne into the back of their car. She's like, I think I'll leave this janitor's trolley around. So one of those type of vans that they seem to only have in America. These, I'm not sure if they're like Dodge vans, a bit like a kind of similar size to the 18 van, but not as cool looking. They just kind of go in and out of places, and they only seem to be used for nefarious things in these films. So Granny Ruth has already got her mitts on Belial and Dwayne 10 minutes into the film. Hey, Georgia Ann. Yeah, I hope you're okay. I hope all is well. Yeah, so there's a big gap between the first and the second and the third were filmed back to back. And there's a real difference in tone and budget and just everything really. But it's nice in a way that it continues the story in a completely unpredictable way. So we've got all of the sort of strange characters. You don't just have Belial in this. You have like 5 or 6 friends that Granny Ruth looks after, who are all kind of have different wild and wonderful deformities. None that I don't think you would see in real life. They're very much of a 80s. I wonder how they design these. They're just out of this world. But yeah, I recommend it. It's a little bit more bonkers and silly than the first one. I really do appreciate the first one as a really great example of wonderful low budget filmmaking. But Basket Case 2 and 3 is more in line with your Frankenhookers and Brain Damage, that kind of thing. Hey, Bud Files, good to see you. Good morning. Sure, that means. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some sort of creepy kids bedroom full of toys and Dolls. Dolls are always quite creepy, aren't they? Much like in the film Dolls. Stuart Gordon's amazing film Dolls, which you haven't seen. If you haven't seen, I would check it out. Certainly references, certainly lays the foundations for all the Puppet Master kind of things. But yeah, toys have always been a bit creepy. Certain toys, anyway, especially if you light it like this and have loads and loads of dolls all kind of staring at you. My dog is currently fast asleep here, snoring. So if you hear any silence sounds, that'll be her. She's had her lunch and a bit early, so I could watch this movie. And she's been out, so she's now conked out. So Granny Ruth is giving a kind of her mission statement here about saving people who need to be hidden and sheltered from the outside world. She's not really about being proud of you, who you are. It's more like, I can, if you're different to everybody else, then I will look after you. She's got a bit of a savior complex, bit of a wild-eyed kind of cult leader crossed with a Mother Teresa syndrome kind of person. She's great. She plays this really well. I'm not sure if it's in this one or the second one or the third one where she starts going full on musical theatre, because I think that's the background of the actress. Oh, here Belial's coming out now. And she's also reminding Belial that he has to do as he's told. She's in control here. You can't just eat whoever you want or do whatever you want. Basically, she's got this community and she wants him to be part of it. Oh, she literally just said our little community. He still wants his basket. She's got him a new basket. A big one. Oh, we're going to meet all the others now. So if you're watching along with me on this on Amazon Prime or your own copy or whatever, it's about 14 minutes in is where we really get to meet the whole cast of characters. It's so cool that he was like, yeah, we have this one really strange character that's not like any other film. Let's make about 6 or 7 or 8 more of them. So these are all Granny Ruth's quote unquote children. And thank you so much for watching this with me. If you are more interested in more basket case chat, me repeating myself, no, in a few weeks on the All Things Horror channel, there will be a review where myself and Ben. I'm really interested because Ben had never seen Basket Case. He did watch the first one. He did like it. In fact, I've seen him wearing a Basket Case t-shirt recently. And I believe he, yeah, so I'm interested to see what he makes of this one, because I don't know where he goes on the kind of silly scale, how far is too silly, because I know he didn't like Halloween 3, which is my favorite. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look. Campy horror in my teens, 80s. Yeah, Chud, Blood the Chud. Toxic Avenger. Yeah, I've got the Toxic Avenger cartoon Cell signed by Lloyd Kaufman and his wife, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they hit and miss, aren't they, the Toxic Avenger films? But the first one's really good fun. Oh, here we go. So we've got this like giant mouth creature that's singing beautifully. So basically, like, you know, they may be strange looking, but they have lots going for them. Yeah, that kind of campy horror, it's hard to replicate now, isn't it? Because people just seem to come up with a title and then they don't really make a fun. They forget the fun element of it. So, like, I know there's things like air fryer slasher films and this kind of slasher, but just come up with like Omnicron Killer or whatever. They come up with something that's in the news, but then they forget the sort of artistry and the creativity in the way that these films have. And it feels kind of done by AI or numbers or something. But like in this one, it's a completely original idea. So yeah, so she's explaining all the different people, how they're introverted, and you know, and how they all support and rally around each other. So it's quite sweet, really. But obviously, we know that she has different intentions. I guess if you want to really delve into it, there are loads of questions to answer here about, you know, kind of accepting the people for who they are, you know, how important to looks and all that kind of all that good stuff. But I don't think that's really, he's not that bothered about exploring all this. He's more interested in like just putting fun stuff up on the screen. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's it. I think that's the key, isn't it? Is, you know, it's kind of fixing a problem in a creative way without just typing a prompt. And you know, the thing with special effects is like, you're getting now. You look back at when they started really throwing them at the screen, things like Polar Express and some of the early Mission Impossible. It's really telling. It really ages badly, whereas practical effects doesn't, because the idea is to make them look unusual and like you could really touch them and they're really gooey. So yeah, it was really inventive, and I hope that kind of thing is starting to make a bit of a comeback. And Gareth, not a franchise you will watch again? Yeah, I guess it's yeah, I can see why people wouldn't like it as a franchise. So I don't think you're not rooting for a basket case 4 then, Gareth. What about Frankenhooker? That's a good one. You'll have seen and enjoyed that, surely. You haven't done the Times Square Freak Twins. He's making these bits. So this is essentially the Perry White get me pictures of Dwayne kind of approach now. He's doing a bit of an Adam West drawn out thingy bob here, monologue. And nobody knows where they are. Where did they go? Where did they go, my lovely? So she's basically the Lois Lane of this situation. If I'm mixing my superhero references around, they've just disappeared. You can't find them. So, Gareth, you're not a fan of the Henenlotter films in general, like Brain Damage and Frankenhooker, and it's certainly not these. I suppose this is a big chunk of them, isn't it? I think he made 6 films and 3 of them are basket cases. So. It's a shame. I like Frank Henenlotter. I know he's done some documentaries and other little bits and pieces, but like, I guess in a way it's good to not just saturate the market with substandard versions of that. Frankenhooker. Yeah. I was supposed to meet Patty Mullen, and then she pulled out of the con that I was going to. I don't go to as many cons now because he's just got ridiculous. Like, they just cram you in like sardines. But yeah, I would say Frankenhooker is a perfectly realised Henenlotter film. It's a lot of fun. She funnily enough, I watched some wrestling recently, and from the 80s, and Patty Mullen just popped up as this kind of like one of Ric Flair's many women that were around him, and I was like, that's Patty Mullen, and it was. Waxwork, Bruce Campbell is into it. Okay. I haven't. I think I might have started to see him. Like, for some reason, maybe I get Waxwork and Warlock mixed up, but I maybe need to rewatch them. I think I might have watched the first one. But if Bruce Campbell's in it, I've been watching some of the Evil Dead, and if you go over to the All Things Horror channel, we watched the first and the second. I'm not the world's biggest. I know Gareth also recommended My Name is Bruce in my In Search of Recommendations documentary. Gareth recommended that. But I've never been the world's biggest Evil Dead fan, just because I think I appreciate them and I appreciate the artistry and the creativity, but I just don't connect with it on a kind of like fandom level. I'll watch them and go, yeah, they're all right. But yeah, now maybe I need to watch Waxwork and Waxwork 2. In fact, I will. That's going on the list, Georgia, and thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we're still basically a news reporter on the hunt for Dwayne and Belial. What do you think about that, Belial? Still not saying much? Just keep popping back up and out of your box? Fair enough. There's Granny Ruth in the middle there with one of her children. So this guy's going to get 100 smackaroos for giving away where they are. Smackarinis, not just smackaroos, smackarinis, 100 smackaroos. Hold your horses. So I don't think that'll be her right now, will it? Because literally she just hung up the phone on you, dog. It's Granny Ruth. I think she knows. See this advert that she's holding up here, the shocking Bradley monster thing. I see that somebody's made a post of this. It's pretty cool. I can't remember who this guy is. So this guy is kind of running like a little freak show, and I don't know how he's got I don't know how he's got hold of them all. The mysteries of nature. I guess this was something that really happened as well, isn't it? Sadly, people were put into these. This woman here is like a mermaid, or was a mermaid. She looks a little bit. Space alien. Some of these are just like ones he's made. Hey, thanks, John. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. So yeah, the Bradley monster. We open it up. Crawled all the way here from drug-infested hellholes of New York City. So this guy is essentially what I'd imagine Granny Ruth hates, which is somebody just manipulating and using these people with differences and very, very strange physical differences, let's say, using them to make money, kind of exploiting them. Whereas I think Granny Ruth doesn't think she's doing that. She's realized now that everything he does is fake. It's made of bones and chicken wire and plaster of Paris. Mysteries of nature. She's really angry at him for exploiting them. Yeah. Pretty sure some of them. Yeah, I bet they did. Yeah, it's kind of arm in arm with sort of carnivals and circuses, isn't it? That kind of carny, thinking of people as marks and trying to get as much cash out of them as you can. People just do it differently now. Try and think of people as cash marks and money marks and try and get money out of them online now rather than in person. Make promises at things that they'll see unlike anything else, and then they're very obviously fake. Obviously there's the is it the Browning film Freaks as well, which is kind of well known for being a divisive film and an interesting discussion to be had there. Oh, and Belial's out of the box. He's popped out of the box. She's using Belial as a one-man wrecking crew, or half-man wrecking crew. So I think this is 1990, I think. I usually put the year on my title, and I don't know why I did that. And the VHS that I have here, let me turn my glasses up because that's what I have to do now. It says 1990 on it. So there's a big gap between the first and the second. A lot happens. It does not waste time. It moves pretty fast. So now the reporter's looking for Mr. Barker. I wonder if he's a carnival Barker. If he is around, but obviously Belial has nommed on him, and he's been nommed. Nom, nom, nom. He's nibbed on him, as my dog would do with her toys. Sorry, Marcian. She's currently stretched out and chilling. So she's found him dead, reporter here. What's she drinking? I'm always interested in what sort of drinks and food that they have in these films. Is that a Dr. Pepper? I don't know. Jolt? No, is there such thing? A Jolt Cola? Oh, so this is the guy where the reporter and the other reporter, like, they've got this will they, won't they thing going on, a bit like every film ever made, a bit of Cary Grant kind of thing. Or Lois Lane and Clark Kent. Cult of Belial worshippers. I guess, like, we've got the cult of Chucky, haven't we, and things like that. This isn't really about having a cult of Belial worshippers. That's what he's imagining. This isn't really what happens in this film. Trying to work out why this guy has been killed. Maybe there was a third twin. That'd be a triplet, surely. Siamese triplets. So he's trying to just come up with a National Enquirer style, even wilder headline and ideas. She's off to Staten Island to look for more clues. Looking for clues.
Hey, how are you? My, all that food just for you and your granny? I don't know. You think you might invite me to dinner someday? Hey, I'm just trying to be friendly. Maybe if I was a freak, you'd be a lot friendlier.
My grandmother's retired.
So it sounds like everybody knows what she's up to. Oh, so Jolt is back. Do you know what? For some reason, I think I'm stupid here, but I thought Jolt was just something from The Simpsons. And maybe there's not like a Surge cola as well. I don't know. I know there's no such thing as power source bars. Ah, that's interesting. Well, he said it's interesting that some of the sweets, American sweets that I got over here, now you can't get at all. They're some of the ingredients on them, the chocolates, and some of the, I think, Jolly Ranchers that I used to like have an ingredient in them that mean that over here it would be like I think like a carcinogen, so we can't actually have them anymore. Like maybe even like a cancer cause. I think that's the reason why. But anyway, there's certainly some sweets now that I used to be able to get on import or from like American sweet shops, which is now mainly people fencing. People, all kinds of dodgy stuff going on in American sweet shops in the UK, particularly those ones in London. But yeah, if you have a look online, you'll find out the reason why we can't get a lot of American stuff in the UK anymore. Oh, hey, Dirk, how you doing? Listening to this at work. Love all three of the basket cases. Yeah, they're great. Thanks for listening in. I appreciate that, my friend. I listen to your Giallo, certainly your Giallo-based episodes. You do so many great stuff, so many great things over there on Subjective Perspective Collective. Yes, I said it right. What with Subjective Perspective Collective and the Wigan Cult Film Club, I'm bound to slip up with some of my pronunciation, but you know, I'm doing all right so far. So Dwayne has now had his haircut. He's got like a bit of a trim. I have to remember as well, there's a major difference between Dwayne in this and in the first one. There's a very sweet little friendship between the young lady in the first film and Dwayne. Don't really get that. If anything, the second and the third films are more about Belial's relationships than Dwayne's, if I remember correctly. So it's just subtle changes and different things of some of the characters, like the way they look. Like one guy's got like one massively long arm. It's almost like the perspective of the rooms are different as well, to kind of really emphasize how everybody looks so different. It's fascinating. Oh yeah, of course Dwayne has a bit of a relationship with this young lady, doesn't she? Doesn't he? Yeah, this guy's got kind of like a wing on his face. Looks like he's playing a big panpipe. It's an interesting one. There's always a little sheen of gloop as well. Dwayne, you're getting a little bit close there. I think he likes this young lady. It's kind of different. He doesn't really care for me. She's like, you always had your brother. Yeah, he doesn't really care for him in the same way. To be honest, I would go as far as to say Belial's never been that nice to Dwayne. So he kind of like wants to do his own thing, really, here, Dwayne. I'd like to interview Frank Henenlotter. He'd be a dream interview guest. Maybe Kevin Van Hentenryck as well. I just think I just love to delve into that world of Henenlotter films and just find out what it was all like. And I think I'd like to ask a load of questions, maybe things they've never been asked before. I definitely work really hard to try and come up with some different takes on the things, and a bit like I hopefully I did with Ted Nicolau, where we really dove into TerrorVision. I don't think he was I think he was expecting it, and we did talk about other things as well, and I broke them down. But we literally did one episode where all we talked about was TerrorVision, and that was my favorite one with Ted. We talked about other things as well, like working with Scorsese and working in Romania and different things like that. But talking about TerrorVision was my absolute one of my favorites, and I'd like to do that. Maybe like just talk about one of the films, or just talk about the basket case films. I don't know, man. I'd love to talk to Frank Henenlotter and just hear him maybe give a bit of info about things that maybe he's not spoke about before. I don't think it's oversaturated. So we're in a flashback now. Not necessarily a flashback to the first film, but just flashback to his childhood, to Dwayne's childhood, where they're basically trying to work out how to separate them. Just wants them separated. Just wants them. It's tricky, isn't it? There's tricky things like this. I mean, obviously, in this case, they don't share organs. If they do share organs, then you're in trouble. And there he is, an old one, like just to make him look a bit younger. He's got a wig on. And what else has he got? Oh yeah, he's just remembering what it was like as a child or a young man. Just hanging around, playing with toys. Thing is, though, what we have to remember as well is Dwayne is really damaged as well. It's not just like, oh, I need to be away from Belial and everything will be okay. Dwayne's got a lot going on. He may look okay on the surface, and I think that's something that's yeah. So he's kind of saying, how can you understand? You know, you've not been through this. Oh, The Devils. I've only watched one or two. I think I've watched The Devils. Oliver Reed. Is that the one where they're fighting in front of the fire, where they're wrestling naked in front of the fire? If it is, then I have seen that. Yeah, I need to rewatch that. But yeah, it was really good when I was on your channel, actually, and we watched. What did we watch? The British film, like the proto slasher. My brain is all over the place. Like almost slasher before slashers with the cameraman. Oh, what was it called, Dirk? Sorry, my brain's gone absolute blank. I literally would have to wrestle through all my Blu-rays to find it. But it really made me appreciate it, going into it in that level of detail with you guys. So more than I did before. I always liked it. I liked it even more. So now we're having like a surgery scene. Just for anyone watching along, we're on 35 minutes and 40 seconds, 42, 43, where just a quick flashback to how he chopped, how they chopped Belial off. Yes, Peeping Tom, Repulsion, and Haunting of Julia. Yeah, Peeping Tom was the real eye opener for me. How I kind of watched it and it washed over me, and then I watched it before I was on with you guys, and I was just like, absolutely love that film. Repulsion, great film as well. Not as taken with Haunting of Julia, but Peeping Tom, I was like, wow, this is brilliant. This is amazing. 3 is on there too. I'll have to watch it. Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Pumpkinhead. So Pumpkinhead, Lance Henriksen. The kid gets run over at the beginning. Am I thinking of that? I'm always getting pumpkin-based things mixed up. But I love one, but not the sequels. Mutant, Wings Houses, Mutant. Anything with wings of that era, I love. George Grant, absolutely love. Oh, it's cool. I'm glad you're watching along. That's great. It's nice when it feels like we're all watching something. Yes. Okay, that's the one. Yeah, I think for some reason, does a dog get hurt in that? That might be the reason why I didn't watch it all the way through. Does an animal get hurt by the biker gang, or was it just the kid getting run over? I don't know. Something upset me about the film, and I can't remember what it was. I'm not usually. I only really start watching things if something happens to an animal. Yeah. The Emma Stone thing with that I was watching recently, where it's 3 stories, and then she hurts a dog right near the end, and I was like, oh god damn it, I was quite enjoying this film, but I just can't watch on. It just really upset me. I know it's not real, but like, it just I can't take it. He's just wandering around now inside the house. Everyone's got a bit of something going on. Belial's got like a little bed that's kind of like a dog crate, but with the roof off it. And he's just stroking hands with Dwayne.
Wow. I don't want to interrupt anything, but we gotta talk.
We gotta talk, Belial. Brother to brother. Well, I guess Dwayne will be doing the talking. It's such a simple but classic thing as well, isn't he? He carries the basket. It's that sort of wicker basket. You don't need a lot, but it's kind of, you know, what you think about. Oh, the gargoyle's talking and cheering and chattering. Dwayne's not quite got his head on straight. But yeah, it's like a nice visual. I mean, there's loads of great visuals in this, but you know, you can kind of think of Freddy with a claw and stuff like that. You think of Dwayne, you think of him holding that basket. It's great to kind of create create your own iconography for a film and just kind of have like. I just wonder how much of that is intentional, how much of that just happens.
I'm not sure how to say all the time. You know something's been bothering me.
Maybe I need to watch Pumpkinhead again.
Everything's different. Everything's changed.
But Mutant, I do enjoy that film.
I've always loved you.
So I think Dwayne is essentially breaking up with Belial here.
The link between us is gone. I'm not a part of you anymore. I want to be free.
I want to be free.
I want to start my life over. Become a part of the rest of them. I mean, it's not like I'm abandoning.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you did too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes. I recently rewatched Total Recall. I can't remember why. I don't know. There was a 4K Blu-ray offer on with Amazon or something. I nearly bought it. I'm glad I didn't because I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I thought I did at the time. I ended up buying Running Man and Basic Instinct because I've listened to a really good podcast on Basic Instinct. And I think when it comes to Basic Instinct, it's a formative part of many people's lives, but also quite an interesting contraband film. And obviously with Verhoeven, there's a lot of things there where it's a lot smarter than you realize on first glance or when you're younger. And there's more satire to it. And yeah, there's a really, really good podcast called You Must Remember This. They did a really good erotic 80s, or she did a really good erotic 80s. And that mentioned quite a bit about Verhoeven. So I'm now on an advert for 1 minute and 37 seconds, sadly, which I really didn't want, but hey ho. Thought maybe I didn't have them. So I'll give you a time check when they come back from adverts. See if I don't give you enough, Bezos. No, Nicorette vaping cravings. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. This asthmatic guy who hasn't had a cigarette in his mouth since he was about 15 years old. Oh, now we're on to Aveeno Skin Relief. Okay, I'll check that out. Cheers. Thanks for the suggestion. I wonder if these are targeted adverts at age or I don't know. So I've never known anyone to have the same adverts on as me at the same time when we've been watching things together. Can you do watch parties anymore? Where, like the watch parties where you connect on Amazon because because of the ads, or do you just have ads at the same time? Ocado adverts, they must think I'm middle class. Now we're on to GHD hair straighteners. Well, perfect for me. I haven't even combed my hair today. It's been it's fascinating. Oh, I want longer, thicker, luxurious hair. Yeah. And now another advert. What's this for? Speakers? Is it Sonos? Is it television? It's a screen? With a big screen. Yeah, I'd like the big screen, but I don't have a big budget. We got 13 seconds left of these ads. He's watching the football, this dude. Looks a bit like our friend Matt Murdock. AWOL Vision. That's a strange title. Okay, we're back. So I am on 40 minutes and just clicking over to 41 minutes now. Okay. Yeah. That's right. And Edgar Wright is making a new Running Man, isn't he? With Glenn Powell. I don't really know anything about Glenn Powell, so I haven't watched the Top Gun remake sequel. But yeah, Stephen King's awesome. He'll be remembered. There's a few people I say this about different things, but he'll be remembered as kind of like almost on a level of like a Shakespeare or hopefully will, or Oscar Wilde, like that kind of thing. And it's a bit like I think the same about Paul McCartney. I think Paul McCartney hopefully will be remembered kind of like a Beethoven or a Mozart, something like that. Yeah. And what I like about Stephen King is he licenses for free a lot of his short stories. If people want to make a film out of them, he'll just let them do it, like to kind of get them just to support other creators. It seems like a really cool guy. I used to read a lot of his books.
You're amazing.
I guess can't sit and read a book at the moment, can't focus, but I used to do. I own a lot of books. So Granny's really interesting here. She's got that kind of Nancy Reagan kind of look to her, but I guess this is that's got to be a wig, though. That's got to be a wig. Yeah, I see. I'm not as did the Dead Zone, Dean Koontz? The Dead Zone. I used to like the Dead Zone TV show. I think Auntie Michael Hall was on that as well. Is that right? Or have I got mixed up? I don't know as much by Dean Koontz, but I bet I've seen films of his and made from his books that I've just not clocked onto. Unique individuals. I have no longer anything to do with unique individuals. Maybe I need Granny Ruth to look after me. I don't know. What do you guys think of the new setup? I just thought it'd be quite funny to have a kind of couple of guests in the boxes. I was trying to do something a little bit different. Michael lives in the neighborhood. Why is she calling Michael? Oh, because if she says Dwayne, they'll know who he is. So who is this guy carrying a wicker basket who looks suspiciously like the guy you're trying to investigate? She's clocked on. She's not stupid. She's like, yeah, this is Dwayne.
Oh, you're very welcome. But I'm sure you.
Yeah, she's not fooled. She's not fooled, this lady. Do you think she recognized me? Granny Ruth must have a bit of money. Her house looks like Uncle Phil's house. And here's a sort of sleazy Jimmy Olsen here. She's literally recognized him straight away. You fucking found them. So we're halfway through the movie now already. Yeah, man. That'd be good. That was really fun, that Eurocrypt. Yeah, it was. Oh, I would for sure. The hardest thing is that this is like my available time at the moment. Like I'm going to be recording some things on some Fridays. but not necessarily showing them on Fridays, but recording some things on Friday. Like afternoons are like some of my evenings now are just like taken up with work, and it's just ridiculous in terms of availability for actually scheduling in things with people. So there's so many people I want to do watch parties and streams with, or record something with, or even interviews with. It's just not happening. 2025 has been quite weird for that. Things are settling down a bit now. I do have a little bit more time for doing stuff. So hopefully that will be great. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. It's funny because I kind of get the feeling Dwayne or Kevin Van Hensenrick has been told to still play this very similar to the first one, but you can tell obviously he's older. It's even stranger to have this kind of arrested development when he's looking like in his 30s. He's a very arty guy. I think I have him on. I think he's a friend of mine on Facebook. I see a lot of him like talk about art and stuff like that. Seems like a very pure soul. Maybe not a million miles away from Dwayne. It's funny. I am interested in probably none. I'd imagine just distributing Troma and Lloyd Kaufman have had on this film, because it's not. I know that there's a few films that Troma kind of just help with distributing and funding and financing and things like that. And I'll always be dead appreciative to Lloyd and his wife, the lovely Kamish, for just like spending a whole day with me, just like felt like I was one of the family. I can understand how people get co-opted into helping them make their films for free because they're just such lovely people. That was back, I think, when you could go to like events and really kind of smaller events and get to know people and spend time with them and things. Now, like, I feel like we're getting to the point where it's like you feel like cattle and you're in, quick photo, off you go, or whatever, with certain people. Maybe the people that I really like and want to meet wouldn't necessarily be like that, but definitely seen some of the events that I used to go to just expand to the point of it's a little bit too much. But then I guess I'm used to now being in the middle of nowhere and not being around as many people. So that's sometimes a bit of a jolt. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, the new one's coming up soon, isn't it? I actually saw the advert for the play, the Stranger Things play. I thought that looked interesting. I don't think that'll make it to this far north of England, but it looked like it was actually a really good play. So Harry Potter play, we've got the Stranger Things play. Basket Case would make I think there is a Basket Case, the musical. Basket Case would make a great musical or a great play. So the lighting is very red and demonic. So it doesn't. She's just kind of scaring her family. They're all over the place. I mean, one of them looks like a giant frog. One of them looks like from Little Shop of Horrors or something. One of them looks like they look a little bit. It looks a little bit like a Clive Barker kind of design. You know, what's the sort of S&M X-Men thing that he did? Oh man, what's it called? Not necessarily all the Cenobites, but what's he called? Oh my word, my mind's gone blank. Where they're all kind of like special powers and stuff, and it's underground. Can't think what it's called. I love Clive Barker, but I'm more of a Hellraiser person. But I can't remember what it was called. I watched it on the podcast, so. Do we flee or do we fight? Oh, she's rallying the troops here. I guess another thing about it being darkly lit is we can kind of just do circles around the people and it looks like there's more of them. Belial's going for it. He wants to fight. Dwayne's like, Nightbreed, thank you. Nightbreed. Both get full marks. Yes, Nightbreed. I think it's bad. I always think of it. I always call it S&M X-Men. I just love that Clive Barker is like relatively mainstream, yet everything is leather and kinky and crazy. But yeah, I love Clive Barker's aesthetic of him, fascinating person. He's another person I'd love to interview. Especially that little group of people from Liverpool who were all writing and doing plays together, kind of brought them along with him, the Doug Bradleys and people like that. I think it's just really, really cool. I know somebody who knows one of his, which Cenobite is it now, who did a documentary about him. And there was a possibility of chatting to him, but never happened. But yeah, that's another world I'd like to get immersed in and have a chat with the Clive Barker verse. He's done like a kids thing with stuffed toys, kind of like Ricky Gervais did with Flanimals, but for like, I'm pretty sure he has done like a stuffed toy kind of thing. Right, there was another dodgy van. He's chewing gum all the time because, you know, he's one of those kind of guys who's chewing gum for no reason. So yeah, I'm on 51 minutes and 7 seconds if anyone's watching along. Well, I know some of you watching on. I appreciate watching along. Appreciate that. Thank you. He's got that kind of vest that's like almost like you used to see people wear that when they were fishing in films like The Great Outdoors and stuff, with all the pockets and stuff. I guess if you're a photographer, that's perfect. You can have your rolls of film in there and all that kind of thing. So Dwayne's worried about the state of Belial at the moment. He's up in the attic with the others. Yeah, From Beyond's definitely, that's quite a S&M-y kind of thing as well, with the big pitch, with Barbara Crampton, stunningly beautiful. But there's some crazy stuff in that, isn't there? Yeah, I love Reanimator, and Stuart Gordon, just absolutely wonderful creator, kind of like Henenlotter in a lot of ways, where it's just, except Henenlotter Stuart Gordon came from the theatre, so what he does with small spaces, he's just so creative with them. So he's got that visual side, and the humour's there, like Henenlotter. Everything Stuart Gordon did was fun and great and really well done. He's sadly missed. From Beyond, yeah, more on the kind of Barker scale of kinkiness, I think. Belial, can you hear me? Yeah, Reanimator, the first one. What an amazing film. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. Basket Case probably is as well, the first Basket Case. Oh, Marcy, you're getting sleepy. I'm very sleepy. Oh, Dirk, if you're still listening, what was the name of the guy who was on with us when we did our Eurocrypt? Uncle Jim? Uncle Jim? He was an interesting guy. He has a channel, doesn't he? I couldn't find what channel it was, but you'll have to message it me, because I was like, oh, he seemed like a really, really fascinating guy. Get Uncle Jim and Mr. Dan together. We got those those titles. It's funny how my channel is like not really my name, in the sense of like we stupidly 20 odd years ago came up with like a fake band and called it Pugwall 316. So like it's really more a group of people, none of whom want to do anything on YouTube other than me. I literally set it up to share things that when we've been together, like a lot of those like private videos that we share, and then I just kept the title and made it into this channel. It's like been open for the channel's been going a lot longer. I suppose we've been doing it 2 years in earnest, but before that it was maybe another year or so before that while I was sharing things on it. So Fleazy Jimmy Olsen's taking lots of photos, but my prediction is he ain't going to last long. Yeah. All right, Pete. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. He ain't gonna make it. Dead Pit Radio, Uncle Bill. Did I say Uncle Bill? Did I say Uncle Jim? Artie Shrieks is my subtitle. Artie Shrieks is the name of my my other band. It's stiff sat here. I don't want to move too much because if I move, my dog jumps up. Sorry, it's okay. Everything's fine. My chair creaks and then the dog goes, "What's going on?" I'll have to check that out. I think I meant to at the time. This is, yeah, old man brain. It's great how you can just hear the camera's shutter closing and it's completely dark and, you know, the rest of it's going on in your mind. It's probably more scary than actually if you saw something. I love that, really. I mean, that's essentially what we learned in Jaws, isn't it? This is what, when I was studying film at university, you know, like, or even Psycho, you know, there's so much from what you don't see. It's much scarier than a lot of the times what you do. A combination of both in this. You've got some weird and wonderful gooey stuff. There's not been a lot of blood splatter, not as much blood splatter in this. I guess we're building towards that. Got half an hour left. Not as much blood splatter as in the first one. Not as gooey as in the first one. And as I thought there was from watching this. No, she's got Marcy Elliott. Oh wow, she's got the same name as you, Marcy. Yeah, so you're named after Marceline Vampire Queen, aren't you? From Adventure Time. But she's Marcy as well. Oh, I don't want anything bad to happen to Marcy in this film. Oh yeah, Julian. Yes, he was hiking, wasn't he? Yeah, I've seen him in a few things. Yeah, that's really sad. I remember reading about that. Yeah, that's sad. I think they were looking for him for quite a while, weren't they? I think he was in the running for James Bond at one point. Julian Sands. So interesting to go back and watch some of the screen tests for James Bond. Some of them you think, oh, they've been good. Some of them not so much. So we're back in the newsroom here discussing the plan forward. What to go? Yeah, the unknown, the unseen is always scary. Like when you're looking into the darkness, you know, that's what people literally, the first thing a lot of people are afraid of the dark is the dark. Rose Red. Okay, I'll check that one out, Rose Red. Giving me lots for my list. I like that. It's a very long list, but I do like adding to it. And then I end up just watching, I'm currently doing, you'll find the link if anyone is on Letterboxd. I'm currently doing a Dracula rewatch of all the Hammer Draculas, and then I'm going to do Frankenstein. Just give them marks out of 5, just see how I feel. But I made, because I was getting so frustrated losing my DVDs, remembering what order they were in. I got like I'm getting somebody to make like a custom cover, but I've just basically put them in a big box. So like I made my own box set because there's so many licensing issues with Hammer. They'll never release one where you can have all of them on. So I've got like all the Dracula and all that, but I'm making my own. I'm going to do a little video about it. I think just how I kind of made it all and why I made it. Also got a little Star Wars video to do soon as well about why I've got rid of some of my retro figures. Because at one point I had every Star Wars figure going and the original from 77 to the Power of the Force, and then I got rid of them all. There's a good video. Well, I say good video. There's a video about that. Currently having a little bit of spring cleaning, getting rid of a few bits and pieces. But yeah, Letterboxd. I love to watch what other people on there are, see what they're up to, what they're watching. Oh, it's another Stephen King. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Poe and Lovecraft. Good. Yeah, good point. Yeah. My wife is in a book group, and they're doing Lovecraft, or they've just done Lovecraft. I can't remember which one they're doing. Yeah. I think it'd be good to watch all the Draculas in order and see which ones jump out at you. Literally. And The same with Frankenstein. I think Frankenstein as a series, the Hammer Frankenstein is probably better. You've obviously got more Cushing in there. You know that Peter Cushing used to be married to Whoopi Goldberg. Do you know that? Yeah. Whoopi Cushing. Oh, my word. Oh, that's bad. I think that needs... why do I always do that joke? Wow.
Matt's funny stories.
Yeah, it wasn't funny enough. So we're on just over an hour now, an hour 35, 36, 37. Marcy, where are you going? I'm trying to get over there. Let me move this old CRT TV here that I'm keep meaning to do something with. No, she doesn't like it. She doesn't want to go past it. Doesn't trust the old TV. What's the matter? What are you wagging your tail at me for? You've been out. You've had your food. I guess I could really take this young lady for a walk, but being lazy and watching a movie instead. Then this time next week, I'll be recording the podcast episode where we talk about this film in a little bit more detail. Just a second, I'll just close the door. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Get your voice down, Dwayne. So Devil a Daughter, yeah. There's some really great. Well, I guess the latest on the last Hammer would be the new. They did A Woman in Black, and then they did the Dr. Jekyll with Eddie Izzard, which wasn't very good at all. The new regime haven't really, even though that's supposedly the new regime, it isn't. It was made before he bought the company, but I don't think Hammer are going to be making a comeback. I just get the feeling there's a few things going on underneath the hood there. I don't think we'll be seeing it. Amicus kind of making a bit of a comeback, sort of small scale, but I'm looking forward to seeing the Amicus anthology, the Laurie Brewster helmed film, and he's running that whole thing there. Myself and Gareth interviewed him. He doesn't seem like a nice guy. So I think Dwayne, I missed a little bit here what's going on, but they're in a bar and all of Granny Ruth's friends, charges, children.
We want to find out how many of you think me and Mr. What did you say it was? The hell is
What's going on?
How many of you think me and what the hell's going on here are normal? A show of hands, please.
How many of you think so? What's going on here are normal, he just said.
No one?
He's quite like Richie Cunningham, really, here, Dwayne. I think that's kind of what we've got.
How many of you think we don't belong here?
The Children of the Night. What sweet music by Mike. Yeah. Not seen that for a while either. Maybe need to watch the Dracula. These characters are great. These are the prosthetics and the rubber and everything. Oh my word, so interesting. Waving.
You know, I just don't think this crowd agrees with you.
Oh, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. I don't think he's going to get out of this. They're all looming over him. It's great, really, that we don't see them in the light. We just see a little glimpse of them all. It makes it kind of more shadowy and hidden. Ooh, got some Diet Pepsi. There's loads of Jolt there as well. Uh-oh. Someone's already dead. Oh, Belial's already been munching on someone. Amazing that Belial is the most dangerous. It's crazy, really, that Belial's most dangerous. Some of these are like about 8 times bigger than him. He's just one big ball of muscle, I guess, isn't he? Yeah, Dracula 2. There's a sequel to that, isn't there? Like a really bad one. Is it like Busta Rhymes in it or someone, or Coolio? Belial is kicking some butt. Yeah, we do. Myself and Alucard, we do quite a few Dracula-based and Nosferatu-based films. Can't beat a bit of vampirism. Oh, and there goes the guy. Say goodnight. Oh, wow. What's that everywhere? Packing peanuts and popcorn. Jolt Cola. He's trying to escape, but he's got Belial kind of got his hands on him. It's pretty cool. I'm not just going to describe the whole film because if you're watching it with me, yeah, it's all messy. He's trying to get to his gun, I think. There he is. Oh, he's missed. Why doesn't Dwayne flinch when the gun goes? No, he's not got the angle to shoot like that over his shoulder. And Belial's like, like how toddlers can like pull on your skin and kind of really hurt you because with their fingers like that. That's why Belial, you could do some real damage. Oh, okay. Is it the more recent one? I'll have to check that out. Never got around to watching that. I think Alan Gareth did a watch party on Video Tasty's channel and Alucard's channel. They did a Salem's Lot, the TV miniseries watch along. Worth checking out. So she's getting the children out now. They're all like, get back in the van, everybody. She's managed to find clothes for everybody that fits as well. These are not off the peg clothing. Belial got his wallet. He'd be a great pickpocket, wouldn't he? Marcy Elliott. A different spelling of Marcy as well. Yeah, I don't know, because you don't really see them do anything. Yeah, they've just kind of loomed. They're just kind of looming, making noises, but they're not really. There's only Belial who's kind of kicking butt and taking names. He's a bad influence on them, I know that. Obligatory shower scene. No, she's just finishing. It's not often you see a film from this time period where the person is finished showering. We can just take it for granted they've had a shower. Oh, that phone call when somebody just answers and they hang up just to find out you're home, I guess. Ooh, scary. Spooky. Don't see many people smoking. Okay, I don't know. You do see some smoking in films, don't you? I suppose. So something's going on here. I'm not quite sure. They keep phoning her and then hanging up. You do it once to find out if you knew she was there. She's ringing a boss. She's got an April O'Neil vibe about her. Oh no, actually, she's got more of a kind of, like a Kim Cattrall Sharon Stone, kind of King Solomon's Mines foil, romancing the stone, Kathleen Turner kind of thing going on. Oh, such a half-hearted driver here. And then straight back to the Siggy. Window smash. 20 minutes to go here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the wires have got there now. He's coming from inside the house. Oh, it's Dwayne.
What do you want? What are you doing? I thought you wanted to meet me. I thought you wanted to do a big story on this.
Tonight.
He's when Dwayne plays it this way, he's definitely got a creepy thing going.
What did you do to Phil? I mean, he's been all psycho. All psycho. It's just
He's just dying to meet you.
my brother, of course.
Yeah.
Know everything about it. I guess.
Uh-oh. I'll just get a big wicker basket and just carry it around and just see if anybody knows the reference.
He wants to create an interview.
If I just walk around the city centre somewhere holding a big basket and it's just kind of shaking from side to side. He's not in there. It's a joke.
Jennifer's house is full. Is that? I mean, you really got no.
I guess if they'd have just left them alone, they wouldn't have done any harm. So I guess Granny Ruth is a more sympathetic character than I remembered. Oh no.
It's really up to Belial. I mean,
Just leave people alone and they'll be fine. It's a good argument in general, I suppose, but it depends what they're doing. I mean, they weren't like eating people and like. I mean, having said that, she did. Granny Ruth did get the guy who was running that freak show killed. I guess we're supposed to justify that he was a bad person. On my word, they're behind it. They're in the shower, these guys. Oh, I didn't see that one. That's like kind of like a giraffe with eyes coming out and a long blonde wig. She's got a big knife. I've read this thing recently saying like to avoid like injuries in the home and stuff, you don't need to have point. You can have like a knife that's like not pointed. And it shouldn't, I was like, that's a good point actually. You can still cut and slice. There's no need for it to be pointed, is there? At the front, like. She's quite brave considering she's surrounded. Yeah. There's some pretty wild stuff in this. The guy's like Moonface. I think he is called Moonface. I think I'll have the names like somewhere on IMDb, all the different names of them all. Like I think one of them is called Moonface. My dog is going crazy. It's amazing when I sit down to watch a film, it all happens. Postman's here probably. Oh, when Belial jumps onto it there, he looked like a chicken. Oh, she's screaming the place down. Will they be able to identify that screaming because it's so loud and it'll get me a copyright strike? Who knows? Ooh. You get to see them all in the light here. We're getting to see them all proper now, like the big, massive ears, Prince Charles looking guy. And Dwayne's not even blinking here. What's happening to Dwayne's gone over the edge. It's mad, isn't it? They all stand back and just watch Belial do this. Like I think, like Georgia Ann was saying, none of the others have actually been violent. They just kind of loom and scare by the way they look. Yeah, you're a freak now. Oh, they've twisted her face. Or Belial's twisted. He's done that thing I was saying about pulling down. Wow. So they're having a party now. I think, isn't this the part now where they're having like a barbecue? Now this is, would you go to this barbecue? I don't know, man. Seems like fun. Oh, Leon. You love your soda, Leon, don't you? I'm not quite sure what the blonde-haired, stretchy, because it looks like they've kind of got sunglasses on that have been welded onto over their eyes. And there's our King Charles. Moon face there. Moon face has a bit of a dodgy bit at the tip of the moon. The frog is riveting, absolutely riveting. Looks like the design of the frog from the animated Wind in the Willows. Hot. Not sure of this guy with his glasses. And then the gargoyle isn't in his head. It's just another one of them that lives there. Yeah, the design is wild. Like, how did they? They're just like, yeah, just. I feel like it's just they sent somebody and just said, do you know what? Go for it. You just do whatever you feel. I just want like 8 strange-looking characters to go with Belial. Here's a picture of Belial. Just make it, just go nuts. Dream job for somebody in prosthetics and design, art and design. If I remember correctly, isn't the Granny Ruth's daughter actually got some issues herself, some physical issues herself? And we kind of got that clue earlier on where he's like, you don't know what it's like. And she's like, well, actually, I do. It's weird, isn't it? He wants to leave, but he's firm. This is the only sort of place he's ever found a home. He's only really ever had a connection with his brother. He's like, you're as normal as I am. And she's like, I'm not. Oh. He can feel something whenever anything happens to Belial. He can feel it in his. He's also in love. And this is where it gets really weird. Belial's got a girlfriend. Let's hope for us all. Tender scene. It literally says in the subtitles, tender giggling. Oh my word. Put it away, Belial. Moaning. Not sure what part of the body that is, but I definitely like it. Oh, well, that sounds interesting. Wow. Parasite twins detaching and attaching. I mean, Bella's got a girlfriend. And now, spoiler, if you've seen the third, just put your fingers in your ears for a second. Belial has kids. How the hell did that happen? I mean, I feel like he's kind of flat at the bottom. But I don't know, maybe something. I don't want to think about his anatomy too much, but kind of like, let's use this orco as an example. So like this orco, like you imagine there's something kind of just retracting and then going in and out of it, maybe. Kind of like how some insects. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. Then this is where we find out that Dwayne is a bit more normal, or physically more normal than I got mixed up before, by the way. The newswoman is Judy Graff at the beginning. She's not in it very much. Oh my word, this is quite explicit. Moaning intensifies. They're both going at it at the same time. Yes, Susan's Heather Rattray. She was in it As the World Turns. She's the lady. I've been pregnant for the past 6 years. What? He doesn't want to leave. Oh yeah, she's got a baby inside her that doesn't want to get out. So this is where we find out that inside her belly we've got like a kind of an alien, like an alien thing, you know, like hello my honey, hello my honey, hello my rectangle, that one, hello my honey, and it kind of it makes baby crying noises, and it comes out of her tummy, her tum tum. This is you come to me for the proper scientific description. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dwayne, but don't do this to me, Dwayne. You can't accept her the way she is. How ironic. Yeah, it's definitely got a Spaceballs vibe to it. Hello, my honey. She seemed perfectly fine until her stomach opened up and then an alien popped out. Oh my. Well, Dwayne wins in terms of staying power because he's still going at it. With I can't remember, not Dwayne, Belial. Belial's still going at it. I guess he's. Oh no, it's over. God bless him. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So funny. Oh, and out the window we go. Oh, she's out the window. And all the children are very upset. They're crying. Dwayne's pushed her out of the window. Dwayne is now alienated himself from the only place he's ever felt home. Now, because they filled this back to back, this will all be part of the plan. This is where things in the third one go a bit crazy with the progeny. But this is Granny Ruth's daughter. So, and they all loved her. Dwayne is in a big, big trouble. Grab your basket and get out of here, man. She did warn them. She did warn you, Dwayne. You're right. She did say she was one of them. I mean, Dwayne isn't that normal. These are probably more adjusted, mentally more adjusted than he is. There's some sort of depth to this, I'm sure. If I really wanted to go into it, which I don't. Oh, they're all really upset. She's basically gone, sick 'em, boys. Just leave her on the table with all the salad and burgers. Lionel's half dog. That doesn't make him a dog. Lionel's half dog. So, what are we saying here? You've lost the plot now, Dwayne. He's just throwing toys everywhere. He's literally, British phrase, Urban Dictionary, this one, if you're in America. He's throwing his toys out of the pram. He's got an old baseball bat. I wonder how many American people have baseball bats for protection rather than because they like playing baseball. I used to know a guy who used to keep a mini baseball bat in his car. I always thought that was a bit of a worry. Oh, was he knocked out, Belial, so we can take him with him? They're all just kind of, all of the family just kind of doing flappy arms and running around, worried and concerned. It's like a massive game of hide and seek, but they're seeking Belial or Dwayne. They're all just doing this. The direction for this must have been wild. Just all running around looking confused. It's almost like Scooby-Doo, you know, going in and out of different rooms and doors and stuff. I think he's trying to reattach Belial to him. We're getting to the end, near the end here. Yeah, he's aiming to sew. He's sewing Belial onto him again. Dwayne really is the problem in this. Well, no, let's be honest. Belial's killed a lot of people. Better the devil you don't, I guess. No, not the devil you don't. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So Dwayne's happier being with Belial sewn to him than he would be in any other situation because it just wasn't going well. And he's sewed on. Oh my word. We're together again. Oh my word. Oh. And it's interesting, you don't get to this as much now, where you can hear him laughing and carry on laughing over the credits. Yeah, still going. We're up to about 20 people in the credits, and he's still laughing. Oh, and then the music. You like kind of knockabout music as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching Basket Case 2. And if you did enjoy it, please check out All Things Horror in a few weeks, where we'll discuss it in a little bit more detail. We'll find out if my podcast co-host Ben enjoys Basket Case 2 as much as he enjoyed the first one. I think he'll find it very different. I don't know. I have a feeling he's going to give it middle of the road marks. I like this film. I like it a lot. I thought it was good fun. I think the third one gets even sillier if I remember correctly. So maybe I'll watch that with you guys soon. Thank you so much for everyone who's watched along. Really do appreciate it. Had a lot of fun. Thanks to Dirk and Georgia and Tony. And who else have we got? So many people who commented, but I know there's lots of people watching. Oh, Gareth, of course. And John. And the Bud Files. So many people who watch and listen who don't comment, so I appreciate that as well. Thanks for just watching and enjoying this film with us. It's been really, really good fun. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed it, let me know if there's any other films you want me to check out, and we'll watch them together. And I'll see you very soon. There's a video coming out today, earlier on, just a short trailer that I made. That's on the 10th of the 6th. 10th of June, this evening, or in a couple of hours' time. Just a fun trailer I made about Martin Sheen's brother, Ramon Estevez, which I think you might find funny. So, if you enjoyed this, you'll enjoy that, and I will see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your afternoon, your morning, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.